Slots are one of the most powerful features in the Webflow platform. Yet most people either don't know they exist or they don't really understand why they matter. Today I'm going to explain what slots are, 3 common ways to use them, and why they're such an important part of a modern component-based development. Now, this won't be a step-by-step tutorial. If you're looking for detailed component breakdowns, please do check out our component deep dive playlist. To understand slots, we first need to understand the limitations of traditional components. So a component is designed to be reusable, right? You build it once, you use it many times. The challenge is that every project is different, of course. Without slots, you often end up creating lots of different versions of the same component. That's where slots come in. A slot is simply a placeholder inside a component where other components can be inserted. Instead of creating many variations of a component, you create one flexible structure that can adapt to different situations. One of the most common ways to use slots is for simple content replacement. Imagine you have a hero component that you want to reuse across multiple pages. On one page, you might want a pair of call to action buttons. On another page, you might want a newsletter form. And on a third page, you might want a video instead. Without slots, you often end up creating multiple versions of the same hero component, each designed for a specific purpose. With the slot, you keep the main structure exactly the same and simply just swap out the content that lives inside the component slot. The layout stays consistent, but the component becomes much more flexible. Another use case is building larger components from smaller components. Instead of creating a completely custom card every time, for example, a slot can act as a flexible container for other reusable components. In this example, the card itself doesn't define exactly what must exist inside it. The slot provides a structural space where content can be assembled in different ways depending on the situation. Sometimes that might be a heading, some text, a button. In other contexts, it could be something completely different. The important thing is that the overall card structure remains reusable while the content inside stays flexible. The real power of slots become apparent when components start working together. Because slots contain components and those components can contain additional slots, it's possible to create entire page sections from reusable building blocks. Rather than being built as one large component, it's assembled from multiple smaller components, each with a specific responsibility. The section provides the overall structure and spacing. Inside it sits a title component responsible for the section heading and introduction. Below that, a grid component handles the layout, and within the grid, card components define the individual pieces of content, for example. Each component focuses on doing one thing well, while slots allow them to connect together into larger structures. This approach creates a system that is both scalable and flexible. Individual components can evolve independently, while entire sections can be assembled and rearranged, reused, without having to start from scratch every single time. In other words, you're no longer thinking in terms of pages, you're thinking in terms of building blocks that can be combined to create almost anything, like any good design system. Slots might seem like a small feature at first, but they're one of the key building blocks behind flexible component systems. The more you work with components in Webflow, the more valuable slots become. If you'd like us to do a deeper dive into specific component patterns, let me know in the comments. And as usual, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.